You're listening to the Smash Bros. Cast, episode 30. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Player 2 is Nightcrawler. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, man. Other than I am currently fighting a cold, I'm doing awesome. I have played so much Smash this week from being home sick. Like, it's been a good week. It's been a good week.
Like being a kid again?
Like being a kid again. Yeah, kind of like that. So, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Cool Red Luigi for that Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much, dude. We do this show live on twitch.tv/N64Josh, Friday afternoons, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. What is it, like 5 p.m. Eastern, I think, is what it is. So, you know,
something like that.
Come hang out if you're able to. If you want to get yourself a free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/SBC and check out something awesome like Ready Player One or Console Wars, both excellent books. That's audibletrial.com/SBC. The chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat. If you go to n64josh.com/OP Seat, you automatically save $10 at checkout. These are awesome and affordable gaming chairs. I would not recommend them if I didn't love them, and right now it's free shipping on all their desks and chairs, so go check it out. With that, let's get to our countdown. All right, Crawler, where we at?
All right, today is October 12th, and we are 55 days and about 8 hours, something and change, till we can walk into our stores at midnight and get our game and come home. 8 weeks. 8 weeks.
Man, I can't wait, dude. I walked into Best Buy today and they had the lineup for the coming months. Like, I think it showed Call of Duty, Fallout 76, and Smash Bros. Were all of the
oh yeah, because I think those are the three games only that they're doing the $10 $10 gift certificate or whatever if you pre-order. I think that they're limiting their scope on that, but at least they have that for some of those games.
I did find out today, this is a little off topic, but talking about Best Buy and whatnot, Gamers Club Unlocked, mine comes to an end in November, but I found out today that anything I pre-order before that is canceled, I get the deal on. So I'm literally going to pre-order all of my games for next year. So
they don't charge you until you go pick it up anyway. So.
Exactly. So if you are in the same boat I am and your Gamer Club Unlocked is ending, take full advantage of it and pre-order everything because it doesn't charge you until it.
We're questioning whether or not you were going to get the discount on
Smash,
Pro
right?
Controller bundle.
Yeah, I didn't know, but yeah, it's still going to work. So that is good news for anybody that's in the same boat as me. Well, Smash news. It's been a good week. There's been a little bit of news. We had a tournament last week. Big House 8 took place, and I tried to spend as much time as I could watching at least the Wii U stuff. I didn't catch much of the Melee stuff, but did catch some of the Wii U stuff. We do have all of the results. You wanna give us the results real quick?
Yeah, let me pull it up here.
All right, so
Wii U. I'm pulling up Wii U singles if you want to get Melee up.
Cool,
real quick.
I got it.
All right, so we had on Wii U, we had Cosmos take first playing Corrin, which I enjoyed watching.
Hype for Corrin, right?
Yep, and he defeated Esam, and they're actually teammates, so that was good for their team there.
Oh yeah.
And then taking third, this is the bracket. Let's see here.
Was Tweak?
Yep, Tweak. Yep. And I don't have who they're playing as, but I know Esam was Pikachu. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he bounced between Pikachu and one other character. I don't remember off the top of my head though. So, and I believe Tweak was playing. I believe he played Bayo and somebody else. I thought, but I could be wrong. So we also have the Melee singles. You had Hungrybox taken first, Plup taken second, and Mango taken third. So, and who'd you say? Somebody tweeted out. It was just kind of odd that there were a lot of the usuals that showed up for this tournament weren't there.
Yeah, Cosmos had tweeted out. I'm not sure if it was on Sunday on finals day or if it was on Saturday while they were kind of doing round robin play. But he tweeted out how it was kind of weird that it was a different kind of experience not having some of the other big name guys there with him competing. But it led to him being able to win his first major. So
Yeah.
it kind of worked out for him a little bit.
Yeah. So congrats to all those guys that were able to get some wins. And it was, I mean, it was crazy, dude. Like watching Sam go against was it Yeti, and we have a link to that in the show notes here. But I mean, he kind of mopped the floor with the was it Pikachu versus Bayo, wasn't it?
Well, are you talking about? So Esam was Pikachu. Yeah, he did. Was that Salem? I think Esam might have sent Salem down to the losers bracket, and then Yeti is the one that put away Salem in losers. Was with Toon Link with Yeti.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I have it mixed up in my show notes here. So,
Yeah.
So Yeti was Toon Link.
Yeti was Toon Link. So Yeti plays Mega Man and Toon Link, and everyone was kind of surprised that he took on a Bayo as Toon Link, just because the matchup doesn't quite favor Toon Link very well, and Yeti ended up taking him down in 3 straight games.
Gotcha. And then it was Sam with his Pikachu, correct?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Because all I saw is Sam put out a video that said, "I am Bayo Slayer," something like that.
I think that was on that YouTube link. That's the Yeti Salem video that I have in the YouTube link here in the show notes. And then I think YouTube autoplayed that next clip was Esam playing. I don't remember who he was playing, but it could have been that Salem game as well.
I see. Well, cool. Nonetheless, pretty awesome to see that. I think it's a good thing that we didn't see just nothing but Bayos at the top yet again. Especially, I mean, what is there any other Wii U tournaments before Ultimate comes out? Do we have one? Is there like maybe one or two more?
I saw something on Twitter. I think Midwest Mayhem is coming up. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think it's maybe is end of this month or it's early November. I'm not sure when it was, but I know that they have a few big names that they're extending. Like I think they're paying to get them out there and make sure that they can have some of those big names there. So I saw something on Twitter that was like, these 4 are confirmed. Who else would you like to see? Comment below, and we'll work on getting them there. So I think they were working on trying to get a few of those big names to come for kind of a last hurrah before Ultimate comes out, and then Genesis will be the first big tournament.
Right, dude. I'm so excited for that. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So cool. So we got one more to kind of, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, these tournaments, sometimes you have, you'll still see, 64 was represented here, right? Like, so we may see, there may be a few players that stick with the Wii U, but like, I would say the majority of Wii U players are going to move over to Ultimate, especially if it's a more balanced and just more fun to not only play but fun to watch.
Yeah, and stages are going to be more open, hopefully, with the Battlefield and Omega configurations, and then maybe even some stages that have a different configuration, but that you can turn hazards off. So just more variety than the standard 5 or 6 stages, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. So now Nintendo may throw their hat into the mix and do a Smash Bros. Circuit. This is a quote from Reggie, and I will have a link to the Reddit post that this came from. I believe it's an ESPN article, and it says, "We may sponsor some sort of circuit." This is from Reggie. "We may do things purely online as a way to encourage the community. We're going to experiment across a number of different titles and across a number of different regions." So here's what we know. You and I, we have a Splatoon team. We actually competed in the qualifiers for Splatoon for the tournament that they held at E3. It didn't go so well, but we still had fun.
We had fun.
And they've also done this for ARMS. So they've been testing the waters. Smash is potentially going to be Nintendo's biggest esports game. I mean, I have no doubt that it's going to be, as long as the balancing issues are there, as long as like one character isn't super OP. I think there's tons of potential for Smash to really really kind of like carve out its own, its own spot in esports, and maybe go beyond what Wii U and Melee have done. And I really hope that is the case. Having Nintendo get on board with something like this and stay consistent with it could be a really good thing.
Yeah, and I think even I saw further in that article that I don't know how serious this is being considered, but the Olympics possibly, are they talking about adding esports as an Olympic sport eventually?
I want to say that I have heard that mentioned before, but I don't know.
Because Reggie was asked if he would be okay with Smash being represented in the Olympics, and I was like, I didn't even realize that was being considered, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah, it would be awesome. I'd actually watch the Olympics. So been that would be great, honestly, to see Nintendo really push this. And we already know that Smash Bros is going to have tournament brackets right there built into the game right off the bat. So, hopefully something like that can be utilized, and we see big things happen in this scene. It would be nice to see that. If you guys have been listening to that High Percent podcast, which we've both been just consuming that thing like crazy. I've listened to it multiple times now. And just hearing them talk about like getting more money into the tournament scene and making it more appealing for people to spend a ton of time getting really good at the game, and then getting winning some of these tournaments and getting decent prizes for competing. I think it'd be a good thing. So
yeah, because going back to the big names not being at Big House 8, I mean, they could make a whole lot more money if they just stay at home and keep their subscriber numbers up on Twitch if they're big enough to have that kind of audience.
Yeah, I mean, and it's totally true. Like, you see some of the subscribers for like Zero and Nairo and stuff, like they're sitting around like the 3,000 sub mark. They might even take a hit going to one of these tournaments versus just staying home and streaming on a weekend. So, hopefully something will happen to make it more appealing overall. And we'll see. I mean, it's kind of uncharted waters for Nintendo. They've dipped their toes in with Splatoon and ARMS, but this isn't typical Nintendo. But I mean, it could be huge for the game, and getting more and more people involved, and getting more people to want to play it competitively. I mean, look at Fortnite. Fortnite's been crazy. They said we're going to put $100 million up in prizes, and on Twitch right now, there's 150,000 people watching the skirmish that's going on.
Yeah, even when Fortnite took a hit today with Black Ops coming out, on the Twitch directory, it's still sitting at second, and it's still sitting at higher numbers than I thought it was going to be at. So it's doing okay still right now.
I mean, that money's doing its job. That money is that's some of the best marketing you could have right there for getting eyes on your game. So I mean, hopefully Nintendo's taking note, and they're going to. I can't see them jumping in to $100 million in prizes, but like, man, if they did, the potential to just see so many people would step up, start streaming that game, start trying to get competitive at it. Like,
more teams would be created.
Yeah.
More pro sponsorships.
It overall would just be a really good thing. So,
yeah.
we'll
I know
see.
Capcom puts money in. I don't know how much money they put in for like Street Fighter competitions, but I know that they help sponsor it. So the bigger amounts of money, if Nintendo can foot the bill, and even if they help decide, like, work with some tournament organizers to set up a rule set that they're happy with and that the community is happy with, then there can maybe be kind of an equal footing there, and they can move forward with an official Nintendo sponsorship.
I like it, dude. I like it. Let's fingers crossed, big things happen on this front, because I would love to see it, and it would give us so much content to talk about as people are competing and tournaments are taking place. So I would love it. So All right. Well, let's move on to the Smash Bros blog. We've had our new additions. Looks like we're going to be starting with Wii Fit Trainer. Do you have it? Do you have it up?
I do. So fighter number 47 is the Wii Fit Trainer. A fighter that attacks with healthy moves like stretching and yoga poses. You can pick between male and female versions. Charging up Sun Salutation all the way recovers a bit of health. And I think, wasn't this character the one that the creators of Wii Fit didn't like how the face was designed or something like that?
The voice.
The voice, okay.
Yeah, the voice had to be re-recorded. So, which I'm still thinking, I don't know that... last I had heard, I'm not sure that Snake's voice ever got re-recorded. That's according to the Twitter from the voice actor, So, who knows? Maybe they got Kiefer Sutherland to come in and do the voice of Snake again.
Oh man, don't let Hate Zero hear you.
Right. Next up, we have Dr. Mario, number 18. He has more attack and launch power than Mario, but his jump and recovery is not as good. Pro tip, you can repeatedly press the B button when using his down special, Dr. Tornado, to float a bit. So, there you go. Dr. Mario looking all doctory with his I think he has a white cape when you play as Dr. Mario too. It's not yellow, so. Today's music. Here we go. You can now listen to id.
I guess.
Let's see. I'm just gonna click it here and see where it. I believe it's
from Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it doesn't even say. It doesn't even say where it's from, which is kind of strange. But here we go. You can see from Fire Emblem Awakening. This is from Takahishi Kuramochi was the arrangement supervisor on this one. So here we go. Let's check it out. Once again, the music does not disappoint. Even Plucky from chat's like, this is so good. So good stuff there. Good stuff. It doesn't disappoint. I mean, I even listening a little closer to the music from the Wii U. Like, there's some love that went into that. So I haven't played around a whole lot, like customizing the because you can go in just like you're going to be able to in Ultimate and customize which tracks you're listening to on each stage. And I know so everyone's game can kind of be different based on how you have your kind of settings configured and what stage you're playing on, but it'll be fun. Right. And so I'm actually, too, a little side note, I'm rocking the new Switch Astro A10s. And I'm fingers crossed they do a Smash version of these things. They sound amazing. Like that the music sounds so good in these things. So I'm hoping we'll see a Smash pair, before the launch. We'll see though. We will see. Next up we have the boxing ring. You want to take it away?
Yeah, so we have the boxing ring. You can jump really high using the ringside rope, and your attack when you attack the lights on the ceiling, well, you'll have to wait and see. By the way, holding down the L button when selecting the stage will turn it into the punch-out version of the boxing ring.
Interesting. Huh. Well, that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. All right, next up, 0 assist trophy. Kind of sad he's not in the game, honestly. He would have been a fun character to have as a fighter, but he appears from the Mega Man series, just like in his original appearance. He uses his learned moves to wreak havoc on the stage. And then the last one, we have another character number 50 is Greninja. Go ahead.
So a ninja-like fighter that battles with moves like the water shuriken. Greninja can use a log for clever counterattacks, and this Pokemon can even stick to walls. During its final smash, it turns into Ash Greninja? Question mark, I guess. Is that a question?
Maybe. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. So they're still keeping us up to date. Week in and week out, we get more and more info from the Smash blogs. So I think my favorite part is the music. I think that's the best part. Chat is asking if we are going to be.
You can tell lots of love went into the music, though. You can tell just by how much they're putting into it.
Oh, absolutely. The Nintendame is asking, are we taking the 7th off? Well, I have Fridays off. I'm actually hoping to take the entire week off after the 7th is my goal. And I know you're taking that day off. Like we were just talking about it. Like we're going to be up like all night Thursday night playing this game. Because being on the West Coast, I get it at 9. You get it at 8 or at 10, right?
Yep.
And so we will definitely be putting some time in.
And it's not like we have to come home and wait 2 hours to install it onto our Xbox One,
right,
like you do when you get a physical on Xbox or PlayStation.
Exactly.
Come home, put it in, and update, and ready to go.
Yeah. And the way things are working out, I think I'm actually going to get the Smash Switch. And so I'll have hopefully that digital version just unlocks and it's ready to rock, So we'll see. We will see. Well, the talking points. I was at Best Buy on Sunday and played
Saturday.
On Saturday, yeah. See, I'm glad you knew what day I was there. On Saturday, my son and I drove down to Bellevue and stood in an incredibly long line. So long, in fact, that we got there before the store opened. And by the time we got our bracelet, they told us, you will not be competing for the hat until 4 p.m. So I did not stick around. So hopefully the person
So was your line like all the way around? Like, did it almost like snake eat its tail kind of thing with the line?
Well,
was it all the way around the store?
The way it worked is it went all the way around the store, and this like they had a cop or a security guard that had like there were like roads and different entrances that had to be like they had to separate the line so that cars could still come in and out. And then we were over like an overpass of the freeway, like it was a long line, like really long line. So stood in line for about 2.5 hours to play Smash for 5 minutes. I played Mario again, and I played Ridley. And Ridley was heavy and floaty. I was able to get the Smash Ball and pull off the final Smash, which was super cool.
Final Smash for Ridley is fun.
Yeah, really cool.
I had somebody do it. I actually didn't get caught up in it, but I was present for it being done, and it's funny. Go ahead and explain what it is.
Oh, so I think I actually caught my son who was playing as Link. I'm pretty sure. You throw whatever character gets caught into it into Samus's ship, and then fire this like massive beam into the side of the ship as the person's pinned against it, and just it explodes, and it's super epic and awesome, and pretty.
When I was playing, somebody caught 2 people in it, and both of them got just plastered up against the ship.
That's hilarious. Yeah. So I mean I wanted to get a better feel for the game, like try to to just feel out Mario a little bit better. It does have a different feel than Wii U. It's obviously faster. The moves just feel a little bit different. And have we talked much about air dodge in Ultimate?
Not really. I didn't get that great a chance to like play around with it because it was my first time with it, and it was so frantic that I barely had time to think about even trying those moves. But tell me about your experience.
Bro, like the amount of frames that it takes to throw out your air dodge, and you get one. It's not like on Wii U where you can just spam that thing.
Yeah, you can throw like two or three on your way down if you need to.
And dodge everything. Not anymore. Like I was watching Zero stream yesterday, and they're like, "How long is it gonna take you to get used to not hitting air dodge?" He's like, "Probably an hour." So yeah, you throw that air dodge, and it's like there is way more like motion to it, like the animation. You know, like
you can choose a side, right? It's directional air dodging now.
Yeah, and like Mario almost like looks at the camera, like versus just throwing his arms and legs out and going into invincible mode. He kind of looks at the camera and he goes into that, and then that's it. You don't get another one. Like you're hitting the ground after that. So you've got to be strategic with them.
Is there landing lag with that as well?
I couldn't tell you that. It's so hectic, and the people we were playing with, they wanted to see the plateau. Like we checked out the plateau, right? The Great Plateau. So that level again, like with that,
it's chaos.
It's just pure chaos. So,
what was your second stage?
The second stage we did, I want to say, I think we checked out Final Destination. I think that's where I hit somebody with that smash ball, but I can't. I honestly, my brain from being sick is in such a fog right now. I have the whole thing recorded. It'll be up on my YouTube channel. I have all the footage I can go over. They were real particular about, like, the first person said you need to stop recording, and then the next person was like, okay, you can record just over the shoulder. So I had a small tripod for my camera, and I set it up and recorded our entire match, or both of our matches. So I'll be able to look at them a little bit better, but it, the Pro Controller, right? We've talked about controllers an awful lot.
Yep.
I was on Reddit yesterday, and everybody wants to kind of know about these Power A controllers that are coming out. Like, are they going to be a viable option? And a few people have said some of the controllers they've already brought home, because I don't think the GameCube ones are out yet, but the other Power A controllers, like the sticks aren't holding up very well. They're kind of cheap.
Yep.
So I'm thinking these aren't going to be a viable option. But I was under the assumption that when you plugged in your Pro Controller, that you would have no input lag,
or minimal input lag.
Minimal. And somebody commented with a video. Now it's an older update of the Switch, so I want to see if anybody else has retested this or not. But as of that video recording, which I believe it said it was either on the controller update 3.0 or the Switch 3.0, which we're on 6.0 now. So in the controllers, all just had updates. So this could be improved. It's going to take some research to find out. And I'd like to see if this person has continued making videos. Like, I just didn't have time to look. But the video they showed me, there's actually more input lag plugged in than wireless, which I thought was nuts.
And I have a different experience just playing the QuickTime events in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 when compared to wireless versus plugged in. So and it's for the better plugged in.
Yeah. So we're gonna do some more research, but keep it in the back of your mind that there could be a chance that it's actually better to play the Pro Controller wirelessly than it is wired, which would mean that the GameCube is the original GameCube controller is going to be the best way to play Smash. If that ends up not being the case, I think the Pro Controller is going to be a very viable option. But if it is actually the case that there's more input lag plugged in, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. So
I am curious about the Power A wireless GameCube style controller, though, just to have as a travel option as opposed to playing handheld, and just play more in tabletop with that for practice if I'm going to do it, not competitively or anything like that, but just to have. I see that as being more comfortable in my hands if I was going to do it, but I have a lot of controllers sitting here in front of me already, so right. I don't know if I need that. But
right. So tomorrow, this will all come together here. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a roundtable with two other YouTubers, Smash Bros content creators. One of them goes by El Scorchy, okay? And he has a video that's done really well. The new tabletop charging stand for the Switch has a USB-C out of the side. You can get an adapter from USB-C to regular USB, and you can plug your GameCube controller in that way and play with your GameCube controller tabletop if you want. Now, you won't be charging at that point. Maybe you could run a splitter or something, but I don't know. I don't know all the details there. But so you can play your GameCube controller in tabletop mode. And so that's but again, you want to carry all those wires and everything with you when you go, you're sitting on a plane with nothing but like a spaghetti monster. I don't think that's going to be the case. So, having a wireless option that is in the shape of the GameCube controller would be nice. I will be getting one, if not both, of the Power A controllers and testing them, doing some videos, just kind of seeing how they feel. We won't really know how long they last. It would depend on how long I played with them, but we will be testing that stuff so that you guys can hopefully make the most informed purchase when it comes to picking your controller. I do have a post up on n64josh.com about picking your controller. And so, you can check that out. I don't even mention the Power A stuff just because for me personally, I'd not had the best experience with third-party controllers. I usually stick with first-party stuff. But
I think a lot of old school Nintendo people have the same mentality.
Right. And I mean, at the same time, I've tried them. I have the Mario and the Princess Peach one that you plugged into the Wii remote, but man, they feel like clunky plastic kind of pieces of crap, honestly.
Yeah, so, they're not weighted correctly. They feel more slippery in your hand.
Yeah, it's weird. Super Nintendo says I suggest everyone just use the Wii remote. So, if the 8-bit do, maybe it can hook up to the Switch and we can do some Wii remote action. Which, I mean, remember at Big House, we're watching Twitch together, and I don't remember the person's name.
And we talked about him last week, right? We started recording. I forget his name as well.
Yeah, so it was crazy seeing that on the stream there. But so maybe Super Nintendo, there'll still be hope for you. But yeah, overall, the experience at Best Buy was awesome. A lot of really cool people there.
You got to go through a second time, right? Who did you play as your second time? No, just one time through.
Just one time through. Played 2 games.
Wow,
that was it. So the line was probably another minimum hour and a half if I had tried to go back through again, and my son had plans, so we weren't. And I really wanted to compete for the hat. I was watching some people compete for it. It looked like they were having a good time. Like, looked like some pretty intense matches were going on. So, but yeah, we weren't able to do it. So as far as like tips for this week, I've been sick most of the week, and I've spent a lot of time on the 3DS version of Smash. Now, it is a little strange going back and forth between the GameCube and the 3DS. But what you can work on the 3DS is your neutral game, right? And so what I've done is found more videos. I found some videos from Izos Smash. I found the Art of Smash. He's got like 4 or 5 videos. Guys, I cannot recommend these enough. I'll try to include a link in the show notes. These have been the best thing for me, just improving my game. It's just going through from basics to ending on neutral game and just how to improve that. And so I will take little tidbits from the video and then immediately apply it. And one of the things that I took, I don't think it was from these videos, it may have been, but when you're watching YouTube videos and then you see like the list of other videos you can choose from, it was a video that said like 5 things that pros do that you don't, was the video. And one of the things that was mentioned was delaying your combos, right? So like when you're throwing the 3 jabs, you could throw the first 2 and then delay it. If you hit that third one, you're able to then continue that combo longer versus just hitting that third one and then maybe the knockback is too much that they're out of range and then you can't continue your combos. So delaying your combos can help you extend your combos, right? So, and there's some great, like, they have great video footage of the pro players that do that, so they can keep combos alive. And otherwise, you maybe hit your 3-hit combo, but it could be a 6 or 7-hit combo if you'll delay it. So it's definitely something to work on. The overall thing I got the most from this week is just putting time in, right? Just putting time in, like going into For Glory, going into Discord, and going against the computer, going into I went into practice mode for quite a while in training and just worked on, like, instead of just throwing Mario's down air into up tilt. And Crawler, you saw me doing this. You even said, like, whoa, you haven't been doing this before. Like, it was a down throw to a single up tilt, then to
up B.
Sometimes up B, but what I've been doing is down throw, up tilt, down tilt, regrab, up tilt, down tilt, up B, right? So it extends that combo to...
And that's probably going to better serve you in Ultimate because the 1,000-year up tilt isn't going to work.
Well, it's not the up tilt that does it. I think the up tilt will still work. It's starting it with that down throw. That has too much knockback. So I think you can still catch them in the up tilt, but it's going to be from it. You're going to have to. There's going to have to be new ways of starting that combo. So and we'll be able to test it. We'll be able to test it. Like, it may be all new combos altogether. And I think that's again, we've kind of talked about that. I think it's good. But my biggest takeaway for this week for myself is just, like, I've looked at my game collection and then I look at my DS and I'm like, I'm going to keep playing Smash, right? Like, my wife and I are chilling out on the couch after all the kids go to bed and everything. And it's like, we put on our show and I grab my DS and start playing. Mr. Cool Red Luigi says he does that a lot with Link, that delaying the combos. Leo says that change-up confuses people who don't see it coming. Yeah, and I had some good match. I mean, I talked about Leo a few weeks ago, right? His Link, where last night we played, and I don't think I was able to take both of his stocks, but we had quite a few matches where I was able to close that distance on him, and he even messaged me in Discord like, bro, you're figuring this stuff out, So, like, it's very rewarding seeing that the work is paying off. But overall, if you want to play this game more than casually, you've got to put the time in. Like, you have to say no to Fortnite. You have to say
or set aside days for Fortnite and then come back and
But I mean, that's, like, I am on the grind right now. That's where I'm finding myself. Is just on the grind because I want to be. My goal with Smash is to get decent enough that it's actually fun to watch on Twitch versus just watching me get beat down all over again. If that becomes the case, if I can't get to that point, I'm just going to start being so self-deprecating that we're going to have a good time laughing at my expense. That's either
you weren't already.
Well, true.
But going back to, like, being entertaining and closer matches, you and I, we didn't play a lot just because of trying to go to bed earlier this week with us both being sick. But we played on, was it Wednesday night? We did Wii U a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think there was, both those came down to, like, we were both at around 100, 120 damage. And I think we split those games, possibly. I don't remember, but I know it was close. And there was one even, I think, that I had a miss jump or something like that and SD'd, but then still came back and we made it close with one stock each there at the end. So we've been varying kind of what we're doing, and we can predict each other a little bit, but then also we're playing that chess game that we continue to talk about, how we're going back and forth, mixing up how we're approaching it, and it's getting better and just more entertaining even for us to watch as we're playing.
Oh, absolutely. It's more of a dance than it ever has been, and it's a blast. And it's been super cool. The different people I haven't been able to chat with some of these people because I'm just playing them in For Glory. But I played against this one guy, and I could tell we were both just having a good time. Like the way the taunts were happening and things like that. It wasn't like there was like zero malice. It was just like we were having these close matches, and I remember I had a misinput and I SD'd, and he bro stocked, and we went back right from zero, and we were going back and forth, and we played each other for a long time. I ended up sending him a friend's request on the Wii U. I'm not sure if he accepted it or not, but like, it was just some really really fun cool matches. And then the other thing too, like, I posted it on my Instagram. Like, I had this Ganondorf that was playing so cheap. Like, he would take one stock, and then he would run out to the edge, jump off, and bait me, and then he would grab me and just drop down, and that would end the match. He would take my second stock that way, and I was like, this guy's so cheap. And so he tried doing it to me, and I literally, I think I two-stocked him in in like 30 seconds. Like, he went to one edge and I spiked him, and then when he came back he went to the other edge and I spiked him, and that was it. I was like, all right, I'm leaving now. Like, this guy's so cheap, I'm out of here. But it was really really fun. Like, I really really enjoyed that, and even though he was playing cheap, I didn't want to. I'm like, no, I got, like, you're gonna hit locals that you may find somebody that, like, no, this is how I win. This is, I find the character that I can cheese with, and this is what I'm going to do. So you're going to have to overcome that, right? So I stuck it out for a while, and I mean I lost a lot of matches, but it was like, there's got to be a way to overcome this cheese, and eventually I found it. So lastly, the one thing I want to mention, any other tips or anything before I switch gears?
I mean, mainly for me, just this week, I enjoyed being able to watch a character that I played at a high level. So getting to watch Cosmos play Corrin at Big House 8 and make it all the way to the finals and win was really fun, just to watch how he takes on those matchups and how he utilizes a character that I'm fairly familiar with. I'm nowhere near that level, but getting to kind of see how they're mixing up moves, and I feel like I've worked on that neutral game that you and I've been talking about a lot, and just using those forward air attacks, neutral air attacks, just to kind of build off those combos and start getting the damage meter going up higher before I kind of start getting back to the dragon spike or the lunge and that kind of stuff. And I've seen some benefit to it.
Yeah, and Leo saying same with my main and Yeti. Yeah, so it's cool, guys. Watch high level play. Like, if you want to get better, find the pros that main the same main as you, and just watch what they do, watch how they play. Well, I mean, I think we may have mentioned it briefly last week about how, like, you see players, they aren't going for these massive combos. They're just kind of chipping away at that percent.
Tick damage, and then they strike.
Exactly. So the last thing I want to mention, so from our Discord, Leo, I believe it was Leo, went to his locals, I believe somewhere in California, and unfortunately he came back with a pretty poor experience, like people kind of talking trash to him, and it just wasn't the positive experience he was hoping for. So that's gonna happen, right? And hopefully you can just let that drive you, to just get better and go and prove them wrong. There are going to be locals where you're going to find people that are going to be helpful and friendly, and so stick with it. There's going to be so many more people getting involved once Ultimate drops.
Yeah,
right?
Community's going to bloom quite a bit.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And so, hopefully, like, we've seen Leo play. His Toon Link's pretty good, and I'm hoping that he just sticks with it. And and if you find yourself in a similar situation, just just try to brush it off and keep going, and just try to up your game. Keep practicing via Wi-Fi or with friends and stuff. Jump into our Discord, n64josh.com/discord. Find some people to to play with and just keep improving your game. One of the things I did is I'm not a huge fan of. Leo says definitely don't be discouraged. Always need to strive to be better. So there you go. There you go.
Don't encourage the Wi-Fi, Josh. LAN adapter.
LAN adapter. That's right.
LAN
Well,
adapter.
I'm just saying Wi-Fi, but yeah, get. This is a PSA. Get a LAN adapter for your Switch.
$10 Amazon. Do it.
Yeah, you got this. No, but I wanted to be able to connect with more people locally, right? And I'm not a fan of Facebook. I don't like Facebook groups really. I mean, where I have to use it shows my real name and that kind of stuff. Like, I'm just not a fan of the site. So what I did is I Googled locals and it brought me to the Facebook group, which then my group for Washington had a link to their Discord. And so I jumped into that Discord, and I think there's, like 300 some people in there. And you can separate yourself to your location. So like I'm Northern Washington. And so that's been pretty cool. And they were actually pretty welcoming and stuff. I haven't been able to grab any games with anybody. And I asked if anybody played in the reset game tournaments, and I got no response as far as if anybody did. But there are people out there to play with. You never know who or what you're going to find on the internet, but like I said, our Discord's been growing like crazy with tons of Smash players that play 3DS and Wii U. So, if you're looking for people to play with, I'm always looking to learn. So if you're really good and you want to help somebody out, like, come hit me up. I don't mind getting beat down and trying to figure out your game. I actually really, really enjoy that. And but yeah, for your local scene, try to get involved in one of the Discords, and just be chill, talk with people, maybe find out where some other locals are. I've had a few people that are like, I didn't even know there's Smash tournaments like 2 minutes away from me happening every week or whatever, so that's been cool. And I know we're both going to try. We want to try to get. I know there's more locals down south for me, so it's going to be a little bit of a trek. But it's nice that the Discord shows all the major things happening and where they are and where they happen each week and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I mean, Colorado Smash has a Discord as well that I'm involved with. It's a lot going on, a lot of kind of friendly banter back and forth because a lot of these people hang out with each other every week, kind of at the locals. But there's definitely information there to be sifted through, and I know at least here in this area, there's at least a couple things, different nights of the week, every week that's going on. So I know the one probably easiest for me to get to is going to be taking place probably a couple hours after we record here, that if I eventually get to it, we can warm up a little bit here, and then I can head out eventually if my wife's ever okay with taking care of dinner and the bedtime with the kids on Friday night. But
oh my gosh, I love it. All right. Well, we want to hear from you guys too. So let us know if you're getting involved with your local scene and whatnot. Like, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on Discord, whatever the case may be. I think that's going to do it for this episode. So Crawler, where can we find you?
You guys can find me hanging out in Josh's Discord. We were talking about that earlier. So n64josh.com/Discord will get you an invite right in there, and come find some games with us. Also on twitch.tv/Nightcrawler724, Nightcrawlers without the E. And then also on Twitter as well, Nightcrawler724.
Next week we won't be sick, so we'll be a little more hyped because, man, like, the energy level's been blah today. But it's just because we're under the weather, so we promise to bring the hype next week. It'll be crazy. It'll be absolutely bonkers. You guys can follow me on Twitter at N64Josh. You can follow the show at Smash Bros Cast. Follow me on Instagram, guys. There's just a fair amount of Smash content going up there, so you can check that out. And I'm even using my Snapchat more. I had my teenage kids show me how to use it last night, so that was interesting. I'm gonna avoid all those filters and stuff though, because I'm just not really into it. Crawler likes those things, but I'm not too into it. So the music you're hearing right now is Metal Melee, And you can check the song out at n64josh.com/metalmelee. Remember, you can pick up a free book from Audible by going to audibletrial.com/SBC. The chair I'm sitting in is from OPC. Go to n64josh.com/OPC. Automatically save $10 at checkout, and there is free shipping right now for everything. Remember to check out the show notes, n64josh.com/SBC30. We got all kinds of resources there on how to get good at Smash, some different beginner's guides, things like that. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening. We love you guys, and we will see you in the next one. Later.